Hello. Well, so far today I've reviewed a game in the old retro reviews. One game that I thought was pretty good. One game that I thought was okay, I mean, without being remarkable. So I think it's only fair that we finish the set with a game that is neither of those. Up steps Comic Bakery. Now, in 1987, the gaming world thought that we were seriously scraping the barrel when Super Trolley came along. A game that was basically about stacking supermarket shelves. It was every bit as exciting as that description sounds. And if you don't believe me, I reviewed it a while ago. It turns out, in fact, that we'd already started scraping the barrel a year earlier, because Comic Bakery was released in 1986 by Imagine, and even though it has Imagine and Konami here, which does suggest that this is an arcade coin-op conversion, I have never seen the coin-op at all, and I don't know anyone else who has. So there seems to be some sort of confusion, shall we say, as to whether or not the arcade coin-op actually exists. I can't believe it does. I know there have been some shit arcade games, you know, like Mikey or something, but this? No one, not even at Konami, could have been so desperate as to say this was a good idea for a coin-op. I mean, I can't believe that anyone at Imagine thought that this would be a good idea for a fucking game for Commodore 64, but here it is. I mean, at least when Super Trolley came along, it was released by Mastertronic. It was $1.99. This fucking thing was $8.99. It was a full price game. And okay, it has a Martin Galway soundtrack which is pretty good, or at least it is here. For the rest of the game it's shit. This game just staggers belief that it exists. So let's get a game underway. So here we are. You are this fat cunt at the bottom then. And the idea of the game is to keep the automated bakery running by well, keeping the machine switched on, which these raccoons come along and switch off, and also this cunt up the top here also sometimes comes along and eats the loaves that are going through the automated bakery system. And yeah, so these raccoons come along and you shoot them with your stun ray, which, you know, all bakers have. And yeah, I mean, I feel this overwhelming sense of despair just describing, you know, what you're meant to actually be doing. So you go, I've got 2 loaves. Now each level doesn't actually have an ending point as such. You've just got to last until the time that you can see just below the radar there reaches 5 PM. Now you do have a limited number of shots of your stun beam. If you look at the top there, underneath the score, it you can see where it says beam, and you can see I have 4 shots. But as you fire, you lose 1, but then it regenerates anyway. So even though you are only supposed to have limited shots, as I've done what I needed to do to get through level 1. But yeah, as you fire the shots, you can, you know, just wait about a second and it gets replenished. And I've basically shown you the entire game. This is all you do. I mean, these raccoons that come along the bottom here, you can jump over them, but you have no reason at all to do that, because when you shoot them with your, you know, standard issue bakery stun ray, you know, they fall to the ground stunned, and then you kick them away. Or at least you would if you could actually reach them. So there we go, and boss. Well, that's that sorted out. So, although, you know, there is the jump feature as such in the game, why is it there? Why have they made it so that your character can jump? It's no fucking use. It's absolutely fucking pointless. But then when it comes to being pointless, I mean, the game is... Somebody out there actually thought that this was a good concept for a game. Oh, this will be really entertaining. Running a fucking automated bakery, baking loads of bread and shooting fucking raccoons with a stun gun. This was 1986, surely we weren't that fucking desperate for ideas for games. And did anyone actually buy this? Yeah, did anyone sort of, you know, look at the reviews, which were all pretty shit anyway? I don't remember seeing a single review that was even mediocre. Every review I saw just slated it. Although they didn't slate it for the ridiculous concept behind it, you know. Why the fucking hell has a baker got a fucking stun gun? So cool, I managed to get a whole 3 there. And when you consider that this is supposed to be a fully automated fucking bakery, getting 3 loaves of bread out from, you know, 9 AM to 5 PM, I would have fucking sacked him on the spot. Anyway, I mean, you can't apply any form of logic to this fucking bollocks, because it's just utterly fucking moronic. Genuinely, I cannot see how anyone could have come up with this concept for a game, let alone the fact that someone at fucking Imagine or Konami or whatever has turned around and said, that's a fucking good idea, we'll make that. And they have, here it is, this fucking load of gonads. But it gets worse. The game is staggeringly easy, and there is barely any difference between levels. You get extra lives dished out like fuck knows what. You have, like, you know, no fucking limitation on how many these stun gun blasts you can use, even though it says in the instructions that you are limited. So not only is it a fucking crap idea for a game, the way it has been executed is crap as well. There's nothing even interesting, let alone enjoyable about this fucking thing. He's just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, I'm on to what it said there. That was stage 2. That can't be right. I've gone way past that. Right, so now it's saying I'm on stage 3. I'm sure I got past beyond fucking stage 3. This is more like stage, unless this is stage 4 and the first stage is stage 0 or something. But it's zero variety in the game. I mean, the challenge, if you can really call it that, doesn't go up. I mean, this is a game that was made for fucking 5-year-olds, surely. Because only fucking 5-year-olds would be in any way interested. Well, I don't know about interested, but, you know, the only ones who might actually think of giving it a try. No one else would be in any way interested at all. It's just utter shite. Anyway, let's get the review on the way. Graphically, it's, yeah, I mean, it's pretty colourful. It's not necessarily a good thing, though. I mean, when you consider the size of the sprites, I guess you could say they are, you know, they do seem quite well defined. The backgrounds, I think, look fucking awful. In terms of audio, there's barely any sound effects at all. The only time any sound effects actually appear is when you lose a life. But there's fuck all other than that. The music, I like the title page music, but I mean, clearly Ocean did as well, because they used it again in another game. It was also used in the Top Gun game. So it seems as though this music is basically, it was kept in reserve for, right, okay, this game we're doing, it's a fucking pile of shit, so let's, right, okay, we'll dig out that piece of music then. So hearing the title music for this game and for Top Gun must have served as a warning that yeah, this is going to be a fucking great heap of shit. And yeah, let's face it, it is. I'm on to the 5th stage. Look how many fucking lives I've got. The only reason I lost the one life that I have lost so far is because I wasn't paying even the slightest bit of attention. You don't actually have to do anything when, you know, the machines are switched off by the mischievous raccoons. Yeah, you don't have to do it, you just walk past them and they automatically, there you go, get switched on. So okay, right, that's graphics and audio taken care of. So the gameplay, it's stupidly easy, staggeringly fucking repetitive, and coma-inducingly boring. This is, I'll be perfectly honest with you, this is only the 2nd time I have played this game. The first time was about 20 minutes ago when I was checking that the disk image worked. I had absolutely zero interest in this game when it was released. You can't really be surprised by that. and I have absolutely zero interest in this game at all. And we get to the title. Comic Bakery. I mean, the title isn't exactly the sort of thing that's going to make you think, fucking yeah, I want some of that. A game set in a bakery. I mean, it's up there with Super Trolley. But the big mistake is that they put in the word comic. Now that suggests, right, that it's going to be sort of, you know, amusing and witty and all this. It's going to be funny. There's going to be things that make you laugh. Like what? The only people laughing are Ocean and Imagine, because they've been able to fucking get people to pay £9 for this fucking repetitive sack of shite. I'm not exaggerating. I have shown you everything there is to do in this game, which is fuck all. And so it's I have got to look, you know, quite deep into the game to find the redeeming feature. But yeah, it does have one, the title page music. But as I say, the fact that that title page music was used for this game and for Top Gun says to me that it was basically Martin Galway's way of warning you that this game that you are about to play is a fucking stinking load of shite. So suddenly the one redeeming feature is actually turned into something that you want to avoid like the plague. If you hear of a game that uses that music on its title page, just stay the fuck away from it. I mean, you can see, right, that was, it's got stage 5 there, so this will be stage 6, but of course it's the 7th level. And there has been no fucking difference between any of them. They're all as fucking easy as each other. I mean, this is just so fucking boring. Comic Bakery, it's about as funny as watching Michael fucking McIntyre. Actually, it's worse than that. It's like watching a special starring Michael McIntyre and James Corden and James Acaster. I mean, it really is. It's about as funny as being told that you suffer from terminal piles. I mean, they can't, well, clearly they were, but I mean, you'd look at this and you think, they can't be fucking serious. And now you can see why I have my doubts as to whether or not this really was an arcade game, because who the fucking hell would want to play this as a coin-op game? I mean, I've got 6 lives still. I mean, there's no way I'm going to, you know, finish this go before I finish the video, because I'll be turning the game off through, you know, sheer fucking boredom before, you know, I lose all of my lives. As there you go, I'll complete that fucking level. You know, I mean, I've said it before in another review, the best title you can give to a game is "This game is shit," because then if your game is shit, you can say, well, we did tell you it was, it's in the fucking title. And, you know, if it's anything other than shit, you know, even if it's staggeringly mediocre, it's still, you know, not utter shite, then, you know, it's a damn sight better than the title would have you believe. So you can't lose. This is a game that really should have been called "This Game is Shit." Because it fucking is. Yeah, I've had enough. I just cannot stomach playing this fucking boring load of bollocks anymore. That looked like it was sort of fucking it up. There we go. Alright, so if I just stand here and lose all my lives now, you know, will that do? Yeah. So there we go, Comic Bakery. It's a fucking load of crap. So I score it 0.5 out of 10. It gets half a point for this title page music here, which is pretty good. But as I say, this music also serves as a warning. If you hear this music on the title page of a game, you know the game's going to be shit. So anyway, that's Comic Bakery then, 0.5 out of 10. Frankly, I think I've been fucking generous giving it that. That brings this review to an end, and we'll see you at the next one.